and welcome to another edition of Hard Copy. I'm Maokbe Ogun. Well, quite a lot has been happening in the polity of late. Top amongst them, the controversies stirred in the wake of the DSS raid on the home of some judges and the call by the Miyetti Allah group for the federal government's intervention in Ekiti State following the enforcement of the prohibition of cattle and other ruminants grazing law in that state. Now, it's a call the Afenifere Renewal Group has considered a threat and have asked for an apology from the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, MACBAN. The Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria are accusing Governor Ayodele Fayose of using the recently inaugurated anti-grazing enforcement marshals in Ekiti State to harass their members and to seize their cattle. In their words, they said, quote, "We've been reliably alerted by an impeccable source in Ado-Ekiti that the anti-Malu vigilante group, as the marshals are referred to in the state, shot 5 cows and carted away with them the meat, but the herdsmen were able to flee with the rest of the cattle." Now, they say they are now constrained to implore the federal government through its security agencies to wade into, according to them, the unprovoked and primitive aggression against their members before the incident develops into an unquenchable inferno involving their members and the Ekiti State government. Now, it's this second part of the statement that Afenifere has taken issue with. They say they consider the reaction to the creation of the marshals an assault on Yoruba people and have said they will treat it as a terror threat until an apology is tendered. In their words, such open threat against the people and government that accommodates your business interest is terrorism. Now, just last week, Hard Copy hosted Governor Ayodele Fayose on this program, and this is what he had to say.
Let me make it very clear. We grew up as young people, and we have a lot of people live with and around us, the real cattle. They do a lot of things. From the north, from Kogi State, so many parts of the country. I was a little boy seeing them do their thing, their business, with ordinary stick and things like that. Anything that will involve you being harmed, you should check it as soon as possible. When people take advantage of harmless people, people that give you space to do your business, and you feed on their farmland, their crops, and you harass them daily because you have weapons, where are they finding this AK-47? Who is behind it? And let me tell you very, very expressly, Nigeria is a federation. Everybody, as responsible leaders, must take steps to curtail excesses of anybody that wants to take the lives of your people. I was elected governor to protect life and property. And I make it very clear to you, if you are hiding under cattle rearing to take lives of my people, to sleep with their daughters, to sleep with their wives, to take their wives by force, because they know you can come in the night and harass them. You allow farmers to leave their farms at 6. You now go about rearing cattle over their farmlands to destroy their means of livelihood. That will not work.
How easy?
And may I say this to you? This is a bill that the whole state is standing behind me for and about. And the day I was passing this bill, everybody came. Over 2,000-3,000 people were in attendance. In fact, after the bill, they had to ask for implementation, which I did promptly a few days back. Let me put this now for you to appreciate what we're doing. As I was coming to your studio now, we met a lot of them rearing cattle in this modern Abuja. That is embarrassing. That's shameful for Nigeria. In this new urban renewal that we shout as leaders, look at the status of Abuja now. Cattle are taking over. May I tell you very expressly, that would not happen in my state.
I'm just wondering, I mean, one of the things that one of the reasons why, because you talked about how when you were growing up, you saw cattle being reared, and it's something that, you know, a lot of people grew up seeing.
Yes.
But the reason a lot of people are now afraid is because of the dangerous dimension. We've heard of cattle rearers carrying AK-47, and in some instances there have been attacks, even in your state.
Yes.
I think a former...
Killed, two killed.
Were killed.
About 3 shot.
A former presidential aspirant was kidnapped. And his own farmland in some instances were destroyed. Are we assuming that these same people who are rearing their cattle, you know, carrying sticks about, are the same ones who are committing the violence against farmers, Nigerian citizens?
We had a meeting yesterday with traditional rulers and chiefs, and I've directed everybody must register with government, not with traditional rulers, with government, Ministry of Agriculture, if you are going to rear cattle in my state. We must give you space. You must tell us where you're doing it. People hide under certain things to do certain things. You see, when you see somebody rearing cow and have pistols, cutlass, knives, very dangerous weapons, in assumption, you say they're cattle rearers.
So you believe that they are the same people?
The same people. What do they call borurus? How would somebody come from the bush, block the road, and engage the people? And the next minute, when you try to look into what's happening in the bush, you see cows. You now begin to assume that they are cow rearers. We are going to check you out. We are going to make assurance, double sure, that that business is not done with violence.
How easy has it been to implement the law in Ekiti State? Has it been effective?
See that, I've gone out once or twice, caught a few cows myself, tied their legs. They are now at my ranch, government house ranch. Yesterday we got 4.
Okay.
And 2, you don't do that in my state after 6. I will have you arrested. I will take all the cows, and we will return some of them as stomach infrastructure immediately, without delay. You enjoy it. I'll call the public. They roast it. Those who cannot have enough protein by themselves, they cut the thigh. Some take the arm, and they enjoy.